Good day, my listeners. It's Oladapo Salvador, and welcome to Life Lessons with Oladapo podcast. And this is Oladapo again, as I said. In today's episode, Beyond Thirst, we have Christianah with us. First, before that, I would love to say a very big thanks to everyone who listened to the last episode with Franquinho. It went a long way, and that's one of our most listened episodes right now. So, on to today, I would love to introduce Christianah. So, hello, Christianah. How are you doing?
Hi, Salvador. Good evening.
Awesome. So, Christianah, can we meet you?
Okay, I'm Christianah, and I am a beauty enthusiast. I think you should have decoded that from how the whole topic went. And then I'm a student in the University of Ibadan, a 300 level student, or probably you can call it a penultimate student. And I have a brand called Tianati Beauty Clinic, which has been on for about 4 years now. I'm also a music lover. I love listening to music. And I do a lot of other stuff, many other things.
Awesome. That's my audience saying, nice to meet you, Christianah. So, we're going to be talking about dehydration. This podcast is divided into various sections rather. And we have dehydration, the impact. We're going to talk about water, supplements, and diet, practical tips and solutions, and also beyond the surface. And then we look at some other things. So, Christianah, we often hear about the importance of hydration for our overall health. But could you explain specifically how dehydration affects our skin and hair? What are the visible signs we should be looking out for?
Okay, so firstly, I would like to start with what dehydration actually means. Dehydration means that, like, you've lost water in your body. Like, you've lost an amount of water in your body. I understand that not many of us are maybe into the sciences and all of that, but I'll try to keep it as simple as possible. So when your body loses about 8% of water, that's when you feel thirsty. So imagine you going to the deeper levels of dehydration. You know what that will cause. It can cause a whole lot of things in human body that you might not be, if you don't get medical interventions almost immediately, you might actually be 6 feet below. So I'd like to go on. Dehydration affects almost every part of our body because our body, our cells, they need water for transport. Water is not a nutrient, but it's the medium by which nutrients are absorbed by our body, are transported in our body. So imagine not having enough water in your body. You know what that will cause. You won't feel good. You won't feel comfortable. Imagine when you are very, very thirsty. How do you feel when you're thirsty? So imagine, I know a lot of us won't get to that level, but it's just telling us the importance of actually taking water, deliberately taking water. It's raining season now. You might not feel very thirsty at some point, but you need to be deliberate about taking water because it has various effects on your health. If you're not taking enough water, you might start seeing a different color in your urine and all of that. It becomes more like sort of yellowish than normal.
Darker.
Darker. So we should actually take water. So what are the visible signs on our skin? So it reduces your skin's elasticity and firmness.
Interesting.
So what do I mean? On our skins, I mean, there are pores. These pores are like channels through which sweat comes out. So when we are feeling it, the body has a way of releasing water through negative feedback mechanisms.
Yeah.
By the body. So you exude sweat.
Yes.
So that there's a property of water that it has a very high, a very high threshold.
Yes.
For absorbing heat, such that the water can absorb so much heat that you only see just a little increase in temperature. So that's what the sweat comes out to do, to just make you feel better for cooling purposes. Exactly. So when you are dehydrated, it reduces the skin's elasticity and firmness. It can cause dryness, tightness, and flakiness. Your skin begins to it feels dry, it feels like it's lacking nutrients. You can just see it. When you see a malnourished child, you immediately see that this child, you see visible signs of malnourishment, and you can easily see that this child is malnourished. That's exactly how it can be. It can cause dryness, can cause flakiness and tightness of the skin. You won't be able to, you won't feel good. Let me just say that. Then if you're not drinking enough water, like I said, your skin will be dry. That's the same thing for air. See, in fact, that one of air is actually very worse.
Yeah.
And a lot of people that are trying to grow their hair forget that they actually need water, which is one thing I emphasize every time. You need to drink more water. You need to reduce stress if you need your hair to grow very well, even with the treatments you are using. See, beauty starts with you. Beauty is not applying creams. If you apply creams and they are not doing it the right way, it won't work. It won't work. It's not rocket science. It's not bogus. So your skin can your hair, can lead to hair dryness such that your hair, your hair needs an amount of moisture.
Yes.
Your scalp needs an amount of oils or essential oils in your scalp.
Yes.
That's why in the recent as a natural hair based series that I actually did, I talked about the importance of conditioning and all, but that's the hair part. Let me focus on
Skin.
on air, like for water, what is the impact of water on health. Or so I told you, I mentioned in those series that in that series that shampooing is a way of stripping your
Of its
natural horns. Yes, if you remember very well.
Yeah, I did.
So if that means your scalp actually needs those oils back, which is the essence of deep conditioning. So that's just how it is. If you miss certain steps in your hair care routine, it won't work. You can't skip processes to get a good outcome. The means justifies the end. It's not the other way around. So not drinking enough water can cause hair dryness. And we all know what happens when your hair is dry. By the time you start combing, you start peeling off the strands, and it might even damage your scalp, so that you need to take extra efforts to actually grow that hair back.
Again.
Yeah, again. And then it can, so it affects hair growth generally, and it affects skin growth. I hope you've caught some one or two things there.
I've learned quite a lot. I think the first and most important thing you mentioned was that water is a medium of transportation. And the truth about it is, if our body is actually going to get any better, it needs to have more than enough for transportation. Exactly. And it's through that medium of transportation that nutrients are going to get to wherever it needs to get to. And our body is like a system that is trying to survive. Let's put it that way. So when we have less water, the water does not kind of like get to where it's supposed to, the nutrient does not supposed to get to where it's supposed to get to. The body just preserves it for the most important things, because our body feels like, I can stay a little bit without the air, I can stay a little bit without the skin. So that was very, very insightful.
So I would also like to talk about some visible signs that even though I've mentioned them.
Yeah.
You can see dry and dull skin.
Yeah.
It can actually affect your lips too. You have chapped lips. If you see people with chapped lips, please encourage them to drink more water. It could be as a result of not taking enough water. Yeah. And frizzy. I think I used that word in that as a natural hair babe series.
Yeah.
Frizzy. When your hair is frizzy, guy, you won't like yourself. Especially if it's natural hair. You'll feel like crying. In fact, if your pain threshold is not so high that you can't endure so much pain, you might be so frustrated that you just see yourself cutting that hair immediately. It can be that bad. Dry, dull, brittle nails. When your nails are brittle, when you need some whitish stuff on your nails, could be as a result of not drinking enough water. We'll still come back to the essence of vitamins on these things, but that's the major highlights for that impact of water.
And also, you mentioned one thing I think is very important, and I think this is more prevalent among men.
Okay.
The truth about it is that you said when we see children that are malnourished, we know. Same thing with when we see people that are malnourished. You see a malnourished skin, a malnourished hair. Just that something is wrong somewhere. But young men and even older men generally, they tend to ignore these signs. they tend not to take care of themselves. I'm like, oh, I'll be fine, it's my body, blah and blah and blah. So I think it's something that we really need to be very cautious and intentional about. So now let's just move to water supplements and diets. So what role does water intake play in maintaining a healthy skin and hair? Is there an optimal amount we should aim for, or does it vary for different people?
Okay, so let me start from water. Okay, you see, sometimes I don't know how to. I can't remember exactly who said it. He said you don't appreciate something, you don't know the value of something until you lose it. That's statement one. You said sometimes you feel like you don't know what you want until you see what you don't actually want. Then you know that no, I don't want this. So you actually know what you want.
Yeah.
So I feel like, you see, while there might be reasons for taking water on our health, like how it sort of promotes good health.
Yes.
I think we should look from a perspective of what will happen when we don't take the water.
Okay.
So I think I already explained and I highlighted that the other time. So now, what is the impact of it? Impact of taking water on our health. Number one profound reason why you should take water, or the impact on your health, is that you don't want those things that I mentioned earlier to happen to you. You don't want to experience it. You don't want to have dry freezing nails. You don't want to have hair that is just dry, that it just breaks off immediately out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Okay, so now how does it affect our health? Like I said, we eat every day. We eat almost every day.
Yes.
Except for peculiar reasons.
Yeah, maybe fasting.
Fasting, or maybe you went through a surgery and you're advised not to drink water
For a particular period of time.
Yes, for people with that undergo cesarean sections.
Yes.
For women, they tell them not to drink water, I think, for about 24 hours or so. So, except for those reasons, I see no reason why you should
Not
go a
eat,
day without
yes.
drinking water. I'll come to the amount you actually need, like an optimal amount for a day. I'll come there. So I think the first thing I would like to highlight again is that water helps to transport nutrients. Of course, you don't want the nutrients to be clogged somewhere. You don't want it to just, if you can't see, we are human beings and blood flows through our veins. Imagine you don't have enough water in your
blood vessels.
Your blood vessels. You know what that will cause? Like, it can cause thickening of blood, and
even acidity.
Yes, acidity. A whole lot of things. If you don't drink water, do you know that if you actually don't eat for a while, like you are saying that, okay, you are not eating anything and you're not going to brush your teeth, the water has effectively on our mouth.
Yeah.
The intestine. Oh, not intestinal now. I'm talking about the linings of our mouth.
Yes.
It has a way of cleaning, and there's a particular work that water does in the body. And trust me, you don't want to go through that pain and torture that comes with
not drinking enough water.
Not drinking enough water. So, okay, someone might be asking that what amount of water is needed daily. So, okay, this is it. You should take at least, not at most, at least 3 liters of water daily. So, if I'm to give you a more direct measurement, that means you have to take at least 6 pure water.
Yes, that's 3 sachets.
3 sachets.
That's around.
No, 6 sachets.
6 sachets of water.
Of water, yes.
For a whole day.
For a whole day, yes.
Yes. And I think it also depends on the weather too.
Yeah.
Depends on your daily activity. So that determines if you actually need more or you need a little less. But generally, that would be
the enough
for everybody. And also, can we talk a little bit about supplements and beauty? Yeah.
And beauty.
Yes.
Okay. So, come from this perspective, I mean, I think I mentioned earlier that I'm a nutrition student in University of Ibadan. So, I would always advocate for food.
Yes.
Bad drugs.
Yes.
So preach it, please. Okay. So, supplements, it's actually amazing that this is one of the courses I'm currently taking in school. It's about supplements, vitamins, and trust me, it has been an interesting journey and a beautiful ride. it helps us to see that, see, in fact, many of these vitamins, I'll be saying vitamins more, then I will now come to foods and supplements later. Because we get these vitamins from foods and supplements. Okay, so pardon me, I'm back now. So vitamins as in way of, they have their functions, they have their roles in our bodies, such that when you don't take them, there can be deficiencies.
Yes.
So for vitamin K now, we all know that it helps our vision.
Yes.
For healthier vision, that's the major. And there's retinol. That's why you see that in many of the creams you actually use, you see retinol as a major component, because they know the importance of these vitamins on our skin, on our daily, and most especially vitamin K. You see it. Although
that reminds me, I remember I saw a cream, or my sister was talking to me about something. She mentioned vitamin C. I was like, what does vitamin C has to do with the skin?
It has a lot to do on the skin, and I kid you not, because it helps in healing of wounds. Like it's,
I think I saw that doing our test, collagen, something.
Yeah, it helps in healing of wounds. That's why you see collagen, elastin, all these things, they have vital roles to play on our skin. So what does majority of vitamins actually work for the skin? They are used on the skin.
Yes.
So someone might be asking now, okay, where do I get vitamin A? Where do I get all of this? So I know a lot of science students might be quite familiar with this, or if you are into health, I'll mention the sources of these vitamins later. So now let me go to vitamin D. So vitamin D has a vital role to play on our skin too. And anything I'm mentioning for skin, just know that they actually work for the hair too. Because our skin and our hair works almost the same way.
Yes.
They are sort of related. That's why they are all under cosmetology. Okay. So vitamin E. Actually, the deficiency for vitamin E is actually not so common.
Yes.
Because it's rare, because you can actually get the enough amount you need, even in just your body itself, the rumen of your
gut
produces it naturally. So it's rare for you to see people that have vitamin E deficiency. However, it can be present in babies and pregnant mothers. Also, it's been observed that people with anemia, hemolytic anemia, they observe that most times when you have hemolytic anemia, that means you have vitamin E deficiency too. Then I haven't seen a particular article that explains the link about it, but once you just have hemolytic anemia, you'll most likely find out that you actually have a deficiency in vitamin E. So that's for vitamin E. And for the long anticipated vitamin D that I know that you want me to talk about, vitamin D is, I don't know, if I'm to talk in my own terms, I love beans. I'm a lover of beans, and most times I say beans is supreme. Beans is goated. So permit me to say that vitamin D is really goated. Vitamin D is quite supreme.
Interesting.
It's funny how that you actually find it almost around you. But if you are the type that I'm an introvert, I don't like going out, I don't like doing this, then of course that means you must be getting it from foods. As we all know, vitamin D can be gotten from early morning sun. Okay, that's for the layman, and I'm sorry, I'm not trying to throw shades. Okay, so it's not only from early morning sun.
For exposure.
Okay, so exposure to sunlight from the hours of from 3 p.m. in the afternoon. When you see sun from 3 p.m. in the afternoon, it actually gives vitamin D2. So it is not only in the morning. So, and even if you are saying in the morning, I know 11 a.m. is in the morning, but please, you're not getting vitamin D, you're just suffering yourself. So anything from 10 a.m. is no longer vitamin D, it's suffering, folks. And I trust you don't want your skin to suffer. So early morning sun from maybe like say 7, 8, 9, 10, or 3 p.m., 4 p.m., 5 p.m., 6 p.m., and all of that. So you get vitamin D from that. Then vitamin K. vitamin K is also, I don't know, but I'll say maybe it's the least important for the skin,
skin.
and for the hair. I'm not saying you should quote me directly. It's important for skin,
Yeah.
and but it's not as important as
not as
vitamin
prominent.
D, vitamin A, vitamin E, and all of
That's
that.
to do with the blood, I guess.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it's more about the blood
And the skin.
than the skin, so that helps with our blood, for blood clotting. I really don't want to go into
Yeah.
the deep
So
science.
let me
part
just
of
even
that.
try to drive home the points up. Let's tie this up. The truth about it is you've mentioned a lot about vitamins. You've talked about several vitamins. Some might be wondering, how exactly do I even get this? Now, I know you mentioned food, you mentioned fruits. So can you talk about getting this? Because the truth about it is you're literally implying that our eating pattern, or what we eat,
Yes.
affects
Affects
our
our
skin and hair.
yeah.
So can you talk in line with
Okay.
eating, drinking, and vitamins and get?
I was actually about to say that, because I think it was like the second question, like
Yeah.
supplements. You said, I don't know how you put it, but supplements was the second one.
Yes.
So supplements are, that is synthetic, or let me say they are the drug form of vitamins. They are when vitamins are made into drugs. And obviously I won't advocate for that. It's most times recommended for people with deficiencies.
Yeah.
So if you've not seen that you are deficient with something, I advise, if you are perceiving that maybe you've not been doing well with your eating pattern, this is a call time to to
Improve on it.
to double up and
Yes.
improve or buckle down. So for vitamin A, that we call beta carotene
Yeah.
in the science world, okay, I would say that vitamin A can be gotten from fruits like pawpaw,
Brightly colored
brightly
fruits
colored
generally.
fruits. They are particularly yellow or orange.
Yes.
Like, so we have like pawpaw, we have mangoes, we have a number of them. A number of carrots, yes, brightly colored foods. And then in cereals, we can find them in let's say the outer layer of cereals, but oftentimes we don't find them in our foods. Why? Because many of us want to stay woke, want to, these Gen Z, agent butter, we don't want to eat local rice, we don't want to eat rice that has bran, we want to,
They're all been stripped.
yeah, so it has been stripped of that layer that contains vitamin. So, but it's okay, you can maintain your steez and composure. I'm not stopping you from doing that, but please try to take mango, try to take pawpaw. It's not every time I'm eating shawarma. Please. Okay.
Okay, so I also think we should talk a little bit, even though it's not kind of related. Vitamin A is very heat sensitive. So when you heat food
Yeah.
with vitamin A,
Yeah.
the vitamin tends to evaporate.
Yeah. So that's why I mentioned fruits more.
Yes, eating it raw.
Eating it raw, yeah.
Exactly.
Of course, you don't. Are you trying? Do you want to boil your pawpaw? Because I don't understand. Or you want to boil your mango or carrot? Okay, well, carrots in fried rice, yeah, but that doesn't matter. You can get it from some other
sources.
It's not the end of the world. So we also have vitamin D. I think the primary source is from the sun. Yeah. Then for vitamin E, you can get from various sources. You can get vitamin E from many of these vegetable oils. I think the only exception to oils is the cod liver oil. I don't think it supplies vitamin E. And then I think that's that. Then vitamin C, I think I mentioned the basic thing that vitamin C does. It works on the skin, trust me. And it helps in the healing of wounds and many other things. If you check majority of products now, they are now vitamin C based. In fact, recently I saw a product in the supermarket. They were selling vitamin E oil, animates, and I was like, wow, that's interesting. And that's very good.
So this will lead to some other question. I'm going to put like two questions together. The first question is, for people who struggle to drink enough water or eat properly, so what are specific skincare routine or tips you think you can give to them that will help them to mitigate? In nutrition, because I'm also a nutrition student, that everyone knows. One of the things we try to understand as dietitians, public health nutritionists is that we try to understand, okay, we understand that these people know what the right things to do many times, but they're not doing it, and why. So trying to put ourselves in their shoes, can we kind of like identify, and as in you get now? Yeah.
So I think the major reason why people actually don't do it in this time and season, it's because of time. That's the primary cause or primary source of the problem.
So you don't think it's cost?
It could be, but I feel like time
most times.
Okay, now let's paint this scenario. What's the current minimum wage now? It's about 70,000 naira.
Yes.
That's a peanut, but let's not go there. That's Nigeria's issue. It's all our issue. I mean, so now, okay, if okay, I'm going to work now.
Yes.
And it is from that work that we get enough money to even say I want to buy fruits for myself.
Yes.
Do you think I would want to, okay, if I collect the first month's salary,
yes,
and now I have the money with me, I can do whatever I like with it. And I know that when I go to market, I'll spend about 2 hours. Maybe that 2 hours, maybe I'm supposed to be using it to sleep so that I can prepare for the next day. Do you think I would want to use the money that I got to buy fruits when I know that it can hinder me at some point to go back to my job again?
No.
Exactly. So the primary cost is actually not cost. Cost might be the second problem.
Yeah.
But time is the primary problem. And trust me, it's not bogus. You don't have to have luxury of wealth to eat good food. Trust me.
Yes.
Trust me. Is it that you want to eat shawarma?
Yes. And not that shawarma is actually very healthy. It's not healthy. Eating it consistently, it's a lot.
Not to eat suya.
Yeah, so can you talk about like healthcare routines, like basic things? Now, of course,
that struggle with.
Yes.
But I've not offered a solution to.
Yeah.
So I think one thing that's help people that I speak with, that they find it hard, or they struggle with trying to keep up with the amount of water they drink. I think one of the things I recommend is a motivational bottle water. So it helps you to keep track of the amount of water you should take. And I believe that if you are more intentional about it, if you put it to heart that you actually want to do this thing, if you determine that you want to do it,
yes,
you can actually do it. You can make out time for it. Trust me, it's not going to take all of your time. See, many of us, we spend time thinking about this thing will take time. And we spend more time doing that than the actual thing.
Yes, we do. We spend more time talking than doing
about it than doing it. Just go straight to it and
talk. Like
exactly. I mean, you don't have to. It's stressful. I know it's stressful. I'm not disputing that fact. But your work is stressful too. If I need to tell you that work is stressful too. So I think one thing that will help is motivational bottled water. Then you can set alarms.
Yeah.
Or you can set reminders.
That even reminds me, I use a smartwatch, and there's a feature on it that tells me I should drink water at least every hour. So every hour it rings and it's like, go drink water. Also there's another alarm there that rings and say, take a walk if I've been sitting for more than an hour. So there are many technological gadgets there that we can now use to always remind ourselves that we need to actually drink water. Because you know about it, that no matter the tips or anything we want to say, that there is no shortcuts. Shortcuts will only lead to dead ends. So it's best to actually do the right thing and just do the right thing. There's no any other way about it. Water. We are big on it. And let's talk about some skin routines, because I feel like I've not done justice to that. Apart from drinking water, eating well, what other things do you think people need to do to their skin, to their hair? Just basic things. You don't not necessarily buying skin product and all those things. I know some people be like, oh, I can't buy skin product, and so
I will start from where I stopped the other time. So what are the other stuff that we need? So you can eat nuts and seeds, green leafy vegetables, so avoid processed food, excessive caffeine, sugary drinks. You can take more berries, just take more fruits generally. You can increase your water intake. Take, like I said, set reminders. So that's basically some practical tips to actually follow. So now to the and skin routine. I think the first thing to do is that, see, your skin, in as much as you are taking water in, see, water is okay. I said that vitamin D is goated. Was it vitamin D I said was goated?
D.
Yeah, water is is 10 times goated than vitamin D. I mean,
It's superior.
It's superior, yeah, it's supreme. See, your skin needs water, your hair needs water, your body system needs water, internally and externally.
Yes.
So you don't want to hurt your skin by not giving it enough water that it needs. So your skin, I think it needs. So what's the regular? Like when I tell people that I actually don't do bogus skincare routine. You know, something happened with one of my classmates. She touched my face.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, "Your face is so smooth," and she kept on touching it. Okay, I was like, "Yeah." So she removed her hand almost immediately. I was like, "Why?" He said, she doesn't want to spoil my skincare. And I was like, in my mind, I was like, what's the skincare that you're doing that will not make another person touch your skin? That's no skincare. You're only hurting your skin.
That's torture.
That's torture. I mean, fine, you shouldn't use dirty hands on your skin. You should keep it off your face. But our hands were not
dirty.
It was not even dirty at all. It was, I mean, okay. I think we were coming out from somewhere and she just washed her hands actually. So I was like, then it's not skincare. If just touching your skin alone, just once, will spoil your skincare, would affect your face, then you're not doing skincare. That's skin, whatever you want to call it.
You don't have a word for it.
I don't have a word for it because I can't imagine going through that pain of I can't. So if a fly mistakenly, I won't be able to touch my face.
Yeah.
So that's no skincare at all. So it is not exactly bogus.
Skin punishment.
Yeah. So for me, I think the only thing you need, depending on your skincare type, but I'm talking on a general basis now. For your body, you shouldn't use your body cream on your face, except if stated otherwise by the manufacturer of that cream that it's a face and body cream. Then you are good.
Yeah.
So use body lotion on your body.
Yeah.
And you use good soap. Preferably, I would recommend that you use the soap of the cream you're using if they have it, or you use something that is in that line. So, then for your face, if you have no extra, you don't have issues with your face or skin, you just want to maintain it, is as smooth as your skin, you don't have issues, you should just get a moisturizer for your face, and I think that's all. Because sometimes if you use oil-based creams, it might clog your pores and you start having acne and all of that. So I recommend moisturizers, and I think you are good with that. For your lips, you can just use a normal lip gloss for it. So that's it. I mean, just 3 products. It's not about, like I said, it's not about the product. It's about what you have to do.
You've been intentional.
You've been intentional about what you have to do, what you eat, and all of that. Okay, so for people with issues like acne, like pimples, number 1, wash your face regularly. Try not to put dirty hands on your face, and don't pop them. If at all you pop them, and trust me, I'm not going to be like the YouTube or bloggers that makes it look like we are all not guilty of wanting to pop our pimples. We are all guilty of it. Because I'm like, I don't like this on my face. I just want to pop it out, and it is actually okay. I understand. So immediately you see that you've done that, just get what do I call it now? Which is, I've forgotten, antiseptic. Just rub it on that particular spot so that it won't spread on that spot, and just make sure it's not too concentrated, so that you would start feeling irritated, or maybe make it pinkish.
I get
if you are fair or something. So for acne, trust me, if you want to get a good product, you will spend more money than someone that does not have issues like acne and all. So you should get a moisturizer. You should get a toner or a cleanser.
Okay.
A normal one. Normally, I recommend rose water, because a lot of cleansers out there would actually burn your face. But if you've gotten a cleanser that maybe you've already gotten that you cannot throw it away, and it's very concentrated, there's an hack to it. Okay, just boil water. Make sure it's boiled very, very well. Cover it, let it be cool. Your cleanser, just add that water to the cleanser. It reduces the concentration. It acts like your deionized water.
Yeah.
So it sort of reduces the concentration. Then you can apply it on
More
your
like a
face.
buffer.
Yeah, exactly. So it won't hurt that much. It will reduce the concentration and you are good. So, but if you don't want to get that, you can get a rose water. It's mild on your face. It looks like a baby and like it feels like a baby product and all of that. So I think I mentioned moisturizer, toner, or cleanser.
Yeah.
Then you need a scrub. You need to exfoliate your skin regularly. People that don't have skin issues too can actually get scrub. So they exfoliate maybe twice weekly, depending on how much your skin needs exfoliation. So you exfoliate. So how do you use it? Number one, I can also get a mask depending on how you want it. Like I said, skin issues, skin varies, skin types vary. So you have to see a cosmetologist or a dermatologist to help you know, to guide you to the. But I'm just talking on a general note, not for a particular person. Because you might do this and it won't work for your skin or even make it worse. So just try to be. And the truth is, you actually know your skin better than someone else. You know how your skin reacts to things.
Yes.
So you should be able to, intuition, you know what's good for you. When did I stop? Cosmetologist, dermatologist, and you should go see them. So how do you use it from the start? So before you take your bath in the morning, I think you want to make sure you scrub your face with that stuff, then leave it for a while. Then you can proceed to brush your teeth. Maybe brushing your teeth has taken about 8 to 10 minutes. Then you go to the bathroom to have your bath. You wash off the scrub on your face. And I think that's all for the pre-bathing skincare routine. Then when you are done bathing, you clean your body and clean your face with a specialized towel, not just any towel.
Yeah.
Like a clean towel. You clean your face, you cleanse it with cleanser.
Yes.
In the morning, this is the morning routine. And after that, you can apply a moisturizer on your face. Then you apply body lotion on your body. That's all. It's not bogus. It's very simple. So in the night, someone might ask me, in the night, especially when there is sun, you notice that your skin or your face feels oily at some point. Yeah. So when you get back in the oil, just use your soap, your bathing soap, use to wash your face, clean it. Then use your cleanser or rose water to wash your face in. You can get a good sleep. Get at least. I know that students are guilty of this, but taking 2 hours out of it might not necessarily hurt. You take at least 8 hours of sleep.
Okay.
Like we've always been taught. But sometimes we have exams, we just sleep for like 4 hours. Just make sure you pay back your sleep debt. That's what I'll tell you. So that's it.
Okay, so this question was the actual part of the questions I prepared, but I feel like many times we tend to play down on the role and importance of professionals. So maybe in like a minute, can you just talk about that?
See, my friend will always say, I don't know if she listens to this podcast, but shout out to Aziza Todemaki. Okay, so she always says that every profession exists for a reason. Why? Because they are needed. If they are not needed, we won't have them. If we don't need carpenters, why do we have them? No, every profession exists for a reason. And the truth is, we've gotten so used to self-medication and just doing things ourselves without seeking professionals in Nigeria, and then we just get away with it. Maybe when we start holding people by the laws that are in place, maybe I think a lot of people would see the need to actually
they'll comply.
Because see a lot of people parading up and down, their businesses are not registered. They just tell you that they talk about AK, and I'm like, okay, what are you saying? You're just saying rubbish. This product, you can grow your hair in 3 days. Really?
Miracle product.
Really? Fad product, like they will say, fad. It's fad. So you can't downplay the importance of professionals. I know that it might be costly, but trust me, ignorance is costlier.
Yeah.
Ignorance is costlier. Yeah, so the professionals are really, really I forgot to talk about the hair. I focus so much on the skin that
So
I talk about.
let's bring it to this. So you mentioned sleep.
Okay.
We also talked about food. So can you talk about things like sleep, which you mentioned a little bit?
Okay.
For me now, I think I usually actually calculate the amount of time I sleep because my watch has that feature. It's usually around 6 hours to 7 hours. And also stress, exercise, how does it influence our skin and hair? So now you can talk more about the hair.
So you see, for exercise helps you to detox. You release sweat. Your pores are opened. I remember when I was talking about the effects of dehydration on skin, I said your skin becomes more thin. So exercise helps you to like release it, relaxes your skin and all of that. So the importance of water on hair, and what are the practices you can do on our hair. So your hair, make sure, I think I would always refer back to as a natural hair babes. It's also for processed hair or maybe relaxed hair. You can also use that. But let me just give an highlight of, we shouldn't skip deep conditioning process. So let me start from shampoo. When you shampoo your hair, you strip your hair of its oils, with natural and essential oils. So what do you do to restore them back? You use deep conditioning. So it's just deep conditioning. And you must not skip that, because after deep conditioning, you rinse it off. And after rinsing it off, you should use a leave-in conditioner. Because the truth is, the hair wouldn't take back all the oils just from deep conditioning. A lot of us are even very fast about deep conditioning. We're like, I want to do something, I want to do a lot of that. So leave-in conditioner is what helps the moisture to stick, locks it in into the hair. And I'm not trying to be I'm not trying to favor a particular product, but trust me, I always recommend it, just gentle touch, anytime, any day. And please avoid sulfur-based products. They make the hair dry and brittle, and you trust me, you won't like what you get. So then so I think I've talked about that. Don't do hairstyles. Don't make hairstyles that will pull your front hair. Your front hair, the under edges, they are the most fragile part of the hair. And so you should also massage your scalp intermittently, as much as maybe as you remember, or as much as you want to apply oils. Because a lot of people actually have issues with their edges these days. And stress can be a factor. Stress can cause hair loss. That's the truth. And I don't mean physical stress. See, emotional stress can actually cause it. Psychological stress can cause it. Any type of stress. Stress generally can actually cause hair loss, skin dryness, and irritation.
So
I think I've done justice to that.
So can you talk a little bit about misconceptions and myths about hydration and its effect on beauty?
Hydration, myth.
Yes, the ones you like to talk about.
One of the myths about the skin is that you can skip processes and get away with it. You can't. Like I said, the means justifies the end, and all these products flying around that you can do this in 3 days. You can. I mean, when you were let me use this example. You were not doing things that you ought to do. Your skin didn't become bad in 3 days. It took a very long process. It took a process.
So it won't get better.
So it won't get better
in just a day.
In just a day or just a week or something. So if you see anybody telling that, just know it's a lie. It's a very big lie. Except if it's maybe a bacterial infection and or
maybe
like it got there in just that you say that it got there in just few days. So you should live in few days. So that's one of the myths. And another myth is that you don't need professionals. That is not just our skin. You can use anything. Like, hey, I'm dark skinned. I don't need skincare product. Auntie, you are looking like Momo already. Please.
Oh my God.
Please. It's not only for fair people. And this, I'm not a lady. I'm a man.
I'm a man. Exactly.
Men don't.
We have the same skin. We're both humans.
Exactly. We can see it. That's why you see that, and you say that
women look better than
than men. No, I mean, we put in so much effort to it. So please.
I've been quite intentional about my skincare of recent. And I can literally see the difference. The mirror,
Yep.
And also by touching it, there's there's a lot of difference. And so are there some emerging trends or innovations in skincare and beauty industry generally that you are very excited about?
Innovations about
Yes.
skin. And
Yes.
I think I love the fact that there are now face and body lotions that you do not have to worry too much about your face
Yes.
regain. And I love that you can access information. Like there are a lot of, although it has its own disadvantage because some of them are not exactly true.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like you should always verify your facts and
Yes.
any information you get. Also, I think another thing I'm happy about is that there are now let's say products
Yes.
that are just like they have vitamins on its own. Like you can apply it on your skin. You don't really
Yeah.
have to take it in.
Yes.
You can now
Just your
use it
skin.
on your skin. Yes.
So I can even how will I put it? Avoid what we call toxicity because
Yes.
when you eat, you take some supplements.
So much supplements. It can
Yes.
cause hypervitaminous.
Yes.
And that's why I will always recommend fruits anytime, any day, because you can't go wrong with foods. You can't have hypervitaminosis with foods.
Mm-hmm.
It's only with drugs that you can get that kind of issue or so much of vitamins. Another thing about water is that I love the innovation of the motivational water bottle. That's when you put it just on your table. You
Yeah.
can see there are times allocated to it for you to drink your water. So I think shout out to people who develop those ideas.
Yeah. So we're wrapping up, and can you give them your $1 million dollar advice?
Okay, number one, don't skip processes. The means justifies the end.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, you can't go wrong with foods. You are what you eat. What you eat, we would see it. You can't hide it for long. We always see what you eat. The type that you only take carbs every day, you see it.
Of course.
No. Everybody will know that this is what you are doing. And please and please, ladies and gentlemen, or ladies are meant to gen, please and please don't skip deep conditioning because you want to do leave-in conditioning for your hair. It's wrong.
Don't skip the
Don't skip the processes. I'll still keep going back. You can't skip processes and say it's not done that way. It's not done that way. So that's $1 million
$1 million.
Advice.
So thank you very much, Christianah. It was really
For
a
this
pleasure
opportunity
having you.
Salvador.
Yes. So thank you guys for listening.
Yep.
If you really enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, and don't forget to share, and don't forget to follow, that is subscribe. And the next episode is going to be on drugs. I'm going to be inviting a pharmacy student. So I look forward to seeing you in that episode.
Yeah,
Have a lovely, lovely, and lovely week ahead. Bye.
Next time.